There's faint hope on the table regarding the ongoing strike by university workers. The Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, that's Professor Ibrahim Gambari, is having a meeting with the striking members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, and other unions in the university. The meeting is at the instance of the Minister of Labour and Employment, Ngige, on how to resolve the logjam. This looks like a good one.
Yeah, I just hope that we'll finally get to the end of this mess. The minister told me that they are taking some steps that could lead ultimately to the resolution of this problem. But until I see concrete signs that this whole problem is coming to an end, I won't be excited that at last we are coming to the end of this crisis. And if we are not careful, the students will resort to violence. We are seeing more and more cases of protest, students blocking highways and all that. This could eventually lead to bloodshed. So it's better we get this matter resolved quickly. I'm happy and also unhappy. The SANU people too have come up with a payment platform of their own, different to that of UTAS that ASUU has come up with. And I'm like, how many payment platforms will come from the university? But from the university environment. But the Minister of Education is saying that government will not foreclose having a look or putting their own alternative to test. He's saying the ministry and the government are always open to new ideas. I must also tell you that I'm not an expert to know that this one is workable or better than what is already available or better than what is being proposed by ASUU. But what I know, in the end, we will probably have to accept the situation, and your own platform may have some edge in a particular area. UTAS may have an edge, and then these two platforms can be used to make IPPIs better. So it sounds like he has not ruled out possibility of using either of those payment platforms. But people will say, why would an employee choose how to be paid? But the situation is, the university environment is different. For example, their own retirement age is 65, and they are allowed to do sabbatical. So while on sabbatical, you earn salary from your parent university and still earn money from the place where you are doing sabbatical and learning more, gaining more knowledge and all that. That's where the university system is different from the usual civil service setting. So IPPIS is not flexible enough to be used in the university setting, because it then means that these lecturers will lose a lot. And that's why they are saying, oh, let's come up with something different. I just hope that the Chief of Staff will be able to do something and get these children to return to school before things get really bad.
But do you think the way we've handled this thing so far, do you think it government would have handled it better?
I think so, because you see, when this issue started, how did they handle it? Now, talking about IPPIS and the UTAS, we are supposed to hear from Pantami based on this. You understand? Because the university, the lecturers, the ASUU, they are saying that even the IPPIS is not corruption proof. You understand? So what have you got to say to defend that? Then why are we dragging this for so long? Is it not possible to bring in a neutral body? Okay, come and check out these two payment platforms. Is what ASUU saying, is it correct? Is what the government saying, is it correct? Because from what ASUU said, this IPPIS is being serviced by about 5 billion of, if such an amount of money per annum. It is being serviced by I think within the region of 5 billion naira or thereabouts. So what they are saying is, if you discard IPPIS and you stick to UTAS, at least that money being spent to service it could be utilized for other things in the university. And then again, they are talking about revitalization of the universities. We have computer science department, computer engineering department. We should encourage these students. You keep children, you see, the question that I had on my mind was, if I sit face to face with the Minister for Education, what I would ask him is, if you had any of your children in the government universities and you are not a minister, you're on the other side of the divide as a parent, how would you view the minister? What would be your opinion of the minister? Because there was a time the students had a meeting with him. That's Adamu. Because they asked him a simple question. He walked out on them. This is how he's hugely discouraging. It shows that, I mean, ultimately, there is no interest for the Nigerian students. So if they are reacting at this time, I mean, it's long overdue. They have been pushed to the wall, and there's nothing to do than to fight back.
Judy, your passing shot on this.
Yes, I just hope that in the interest of the public university system, that government will do something. You need to see some buildings of some of these old universities. Students sit on the bare floor to receive instruction. I mean, this sort of things should not be happening. Now, you can't say that some of these demands are pointless. They just want something better. Our leaders are products of public universities. Those of them who went to school. They are products of public universities. We didn't have the Babcocks of this world. We didn't have them before.
No.
Even we too, we are products of public universities. We can't then sit down and watch the public university system collapse while they are coming up with new private universities every year. Giving them approval every year. Not everybody can afford to put children in universities where he will be paying 800,000 per semester.
Per session.
Not everybody can. The percentage of Nigerians who can afford that, I don't think they are more than 5%. So you still need these public universities, and that's the reason we must do our best to ensure that the public university system doesn't collapse. So with the Chief of Staff intervening now, that means the President is prepared to solve this problem, and we want to see the problem solved once and for all.